My name is Temba Mabaso, but my full name is Tembinkosi. I was born in Stenga in 1966 in a place in KwaZulu-Natal. I'm an illustrator and an author of books. I write especially for children. I've done children's books, which we usually call picture books, and I've also done youth novels. But over and above that, I've also done books in isiZulu, especially for elderly people, for the matured readers. When I was young, I was very fascinated with books, and I remember when I started school, when I got my book, the first thing I did was to page through the illustrations. Therefore, I was fascinated with illustrations, and I also loved the stories. But I didn't end up there. There was an opportunity that we live in a place that had a library. I was a regular person in the library. I'll go there and get books and read. And I remember reading one book, and I said to myself, one day I'm going to be a writer. And when I was at university, I remember that promise I made to myself. And then I started to write books when I was at the university. But the books were published after I've completed. That was in 1994. What inspired me to write for children is the love for the books and also the combination of illustrations and the text. If you write for children, you have to make sure that the combination works together. Therefore, you are not only a writer and illustrator, but you are also experienced in text format. Therefore, that inspired me. But secondly, I love cartoons. I used to watch Tom and Jerry when I was young. And therefore, their particular Tom and Jerry films and the cartoons, when you do the picture books for children, you also use similar formats because you are using visuals and text, but they always work together, even if there is no dialogue in there. To promote the reading culture in South Africa, I know that we always complain about the illiteracy of our people. Therefore, there is a big move to promote literacy. The question is, do we have enough material to excite our young readers to read books? In most cases, when we talk about literacy, we also emphasize on the adult readers. We forget that if we can invest on the young readers, we'll be making sure that in future we've got people who have grown up reading. A lot of countries where they've got a high percentage of readership is because they've started young. And therefore, my emphasis is to make sure that I'm producing the material that will excite young readers so that they can be captured. And as they grow up, they'll grow up loving books.
Hi, my name is Njabulo Mabaso. For short, Zin. I'm a managing partner on Njabulo Publishers. Njabulo Publishers is a self-publishing entity where we write in the main children's books. We write for ages between 4 and 12 years old, and basically we write in a number of indigenous languages: English, Zulu, Sesotho, Sixhosa, and in the future we've got translations coming through, Sitsonga, Venda, as well as some Afrikaans translations that will be coming through at the end of this year. The idea behind self-publishing was to be able to control for ourselves the content as well as the quality of the work, because I mean, if you write for children, you want your stuff to be of a high quality so that children in themselves are willing to pick it up and engage with the books. And we all know that in African languages, there's very little material that actually really excites and ignites children and gets them reading. And our idea is about really getting children reading at a young age and getting their literacy levels up in the country. We're available on social media platforms, and people are able to actually place their orders with us on www.njabulopublishers.com, and we deliver around the country for our books. What we hope to achieve with Njabulo Publishers in 2017 is to get into as many South African households as possible. We know that in the main, black parents are really struggling with material for their children that they can actually read in their authentic or original language, and we want to make sure that this material is available in as many languages as they wish to engage in. And we also want to achieve that in the schools. particularly those that are second language readers, that they have actually material that can assist them in learning isiZulu, isiSotho, isiXhosa, but in a very entertaining and engaging way.